Alright, welcome back YouTubers. We're ready. We're fixing to start the platforms. This father and son's training room. I'm Mr. Tommy and this Mr.
Cody.
Showed you in our previous video on putting the tunnel top on, so now we're ready to start doing these platforms. You'll see a couple of clips I was talking about. I went ahead and pre-recorded some clips and was talking about this section right here where the train station goes. And in the book it says it goes 1 3/4 inches, where the other one over here was 1.5 inches. The reason you want to do that is because 90% of the stuff that you might use on the platform for the train station, when it comes up to the edge of your stock cars or your flat cars, any of that stuff, it's made to be even with the track. So it's going to raise up another 1/4 inch to give you that extra clearance for your road bed. So it's very important that we're going to stick to that 1 3/4 inches. So you'll see that here in a second in the clip where I talk about that, and I wasn't quite sure what to do. Well, I've done a little research and figured out why. So we're going to pause the video. We're going to come back in just a second and we're going to start showing you how to do this platform. Be right back. So here we are. We're here where the train station is going to go right here. And I still might come in and put switches right here and right here. So I ain't got to modify nothing here. If I decide not to put any switches in, that's fine. We can always modify and stuff later with the switches itself. So this section right here, looking at the diagram, it tells me that these pieces right here are supposed to be 1 3/4 inches tall, sits down in here. Well, these right here are 1.5 inches. And the 1.5 inch ones go over here. Bring you around. The 1.5 inch goes over here to where these two platforms and that platform over there is. And this right here is pretty much filled in just about everywhere. You're going to have a couple spots where you're going to have paper put in there to kind of build up a little bit, give unevenness for the dirt and everything. Your road's running right through here in front of the buildings going across. But anyway, what I've done is I went ahead and laid out enough pieces for this side over here. But we're going to come back to this piece in a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and show you. I got one more piece laid out right here that's 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches. We're going to cut it right down the center. We're going to, and then they'll sit up like this right here. Okay? And then your platform's going to sit on that. Now, I went ahead and I don't know, there's about a dozen or so right here. All I'm doing is I laid it out. I'm just going to go right down the center of the mark. Good, solid, straight, smooth cut. Just like so. And if it ain't quite even, it's alright. You just don't want a big lump in it. So we got that. So I'm going to bring the camera around. Just go ahead. We're going to go ahead and do these right here right quick. Pull a few of these out. We don't need all of these in here. So make sure I got the camera in where you can see good. There we go. We'll need one probably about right in here. One right back in here. One probably right in here. 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 And there is no specific place to put these. There is no specific place to put them. But you want to have them spaced out enough to give you good support. Okay? Now we're going to be drilling holes through this, down through the table, and underneath so we can hook up any lights we want to hook up. Alright, I got more that we'll just scatter it about out through there. I'm not going to bore you to death with placing everything. But anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through my scrap material I got here. I got a good bit of scrap laying around. I got it laying up there, laying right there. And we're going to go ahead and figure out something that's 1 3/4 inches. The reason we're doing 1 3/4 inches here is probably because we're going to use a 1/4 inch piece right here, or we might want to bring that platform up a little higher than the track. The track are 2 inches, okay? So you got 1.5 inches, you got a 1/2 inch for your platform itself, so you're at 2 inches, and it's telling me to do these at 1 3/4 inches. I don't know, I'm going to read some more instructions when I pause the video just to make sure. These instructions are not detailed. They're kind of brief. Just give you an idea of what to do, then you just go. But let me get a few of these instructions read again and decide what we're going to do here. Because, you know, I do have some 1/4 inch stuff scrap left, or I can just glue on top of them too. So I don't feel like I need to use any more of these over here than what I've already got. So we'll get this glued down. We're going to come back with the platforms, because like I said, I want to do these sections here first, so that leaves me in the top of the mountain over there. Also, we'll do the top of the mountain over there, and then we want to try to get this done last, because I kind of think I want to just make it a little bit bigger than what I've seen done. I'm not sure yet, but since that's going to be the main attraction to the layout, is the city part right there, I want to make sure I have a good idea of what I want to do. So let me pause the video and I'll be back in a few. Okay, here I am. I'm back here at the train station platform. I've got I ain't got enough supports underneath there. I ain't even glued nothing yet. But I just want to show you what I was talking about in the intro video right here. There you have it. It's more flush right here whenever you have these two, this up to 1 3/4. Because it ain't quite a 1/4 inch, but it's about 3/16. Time you put your rails on there, brings the engine up, all that will be more even out here. So alright, I want to bring the camera back a little bit and I want to show you something. Talking about saving styrofoam and everything. Well, I told you I'm redoing the whole, I'm not remodeling, I'm actually modeling the whole basement. So I'm doing my bathroom. Well, I want to pick me up a bandit the other day, and I got some great scrap styrofoam, and this is the rigid kind. What I'm talking about, it is stout. It don't bend hardly at all. You know, if I get out here, yeah, it bends, but that's pretty strong stuff right there, and it's about 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches roughly. So that's actually going to be even better for this using on the platforms and stuff. So we're probably going to be using that. That'd be great. I got 2 big sticks like that. I got some smaller stuff, and it's rigid too. So like I said, if you want to try to save your styrofoam, make sure it's more of the rigid stuff. Rigid is better. That if it's real flimsy, yeah, you might use it for something, but I ain't gonna recommend it on here, because the other things, when you hit it without hot glue, it just melts. So I'm gonna pause the video. We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna start getting this thing put together. We're ready to go. Be right back. Welcome back, YouTubers. Welcome back. Okay, I'm gonna cut my pieces 1 3/4 long. I got me a few extra pieces in here because I want to kind of make this area as full as possible. We're going to put paper in here, paper in here, paper in here, but the road's going to be coming out through here somewhere, so I figure I'm going to go ahead and extend this out a little bit just in case. Alright, so this is glued down, ready to go. I got this all glued together. I used 2 little scrap pieces right here to excuse me, my thing's upside down here. I'm trying to look at it as I'll show you this. But anyway, I glued these 2 pieces together, got them pre-fitted just to make sure that they'll fit good. That way when we glue it down, we ain't got to come back and cut on it or nothing like that. So I got the glue gun ready. We're going to pop some glue on here as fast as you can. Put that to the side. This on here. Push down. Sure it's where it's supposed to be. It's like that. And advise getting something heavy to put on it to make sure it stays down. I got a couple of glue bottles here we're going to set up here. There we go. That'll help hold it down right there. Alright, so we're going to let that sit there and glue for dry for a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and get ready to start doing the other pieces over here. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, YouTubers. We got the train station glued down. It's curing right now. Should be just about ready to glue all the way down. So Glue's going to be hard and dry. Now over here, let's talk about this section right here. This is where your factory training workstations or whatever you imagine you want to do over here. I know if we buy the kit that you can buy for this, it has a few buildings on it that goes over here, some over there. Now looking at the instructions, it don't show that you put any platform back here in between the two in the spur section right here, but I think I'm going to, just for the fact I'm going to try to make this side behind the city and over here back in there kind of more scenery, but then I want a lot of buildings as much as I can, but not too cluttered. So I'm going to go ahead and start figuring this out. I showed you where I cut these off already. Show you, some of them might be at a little angle. We're going to have to smooth that off and get that straighter because it's going to kick up our platform if we don't. So just want to try to make sure they're flat as smooth as possible, kind of like that right there. That's a little more square. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of start laying out some styrofoam, trying to figure this out, and I'm going to do the top section on the mountain next, and then I'm going to try to save the biggest pieces for the main city over here. But anyway, let me get this started right here. Be right back. Okay, welcome back. So what I've done, I went ahead and laid out a full solid sheet right here. I got a little spot right here that's not filled. I got a small section right now back here. I went ahead and pre-fitted it. Got everything pre-fitted. And what I went ahead and done is laid out my supports there. I ain't glued them down. What I wanted to do is make sure I got them in the right space so they're not hindering us no way, and everything's going to sit good and flat. I'll check my edges, everything looks good. Yeah, I got a little bit of a gap here, but that's going to be covered with your plaster cloth. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to take this one off, and where they're at, now these outside edges ones right here, I'm just going to put a little mark so I know not to go back past that. Then I'm going to pick them up, put a little glue under the bottom, put a little bit of glue on the sides, let them dry. Then I'll come back and I'll do just like I did a while ago with the train station. Put a little glue on top of these right here real quick, put that on top, let it dry. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I got everything ready. As far as my weights and everything, I got a couple glues over here to help hold it down. Got my glue gun, I got an extra stick of glue. Yeah, well, I have one. Well, there it is. Make sure I got it ready. You don't want this glue to set up on you. When that glue sets up on you, then it's you're going to have to get that glue off because it's going to mess up the level of your platform. So, dab of glue, put some glue, push it down real hard. Let that glue. So we're done letting that glue smeared on the bottom right quick. Alright, the glue stick's getting ready to get a little, about to run out there. You probably don't even have to put no glue on the sides. If you just get underneath the bottom like I'm doing, make sure it's on there real good. Get that out of the way. Alright, so they're glued down. You hear my dog barking in the background, you just have to excuse me. Alright, I think they're ready. Just dab of glue here and there. Get your glue stick. That mine just run out like I said. I learned with these glue guns, whenever the glue stick runs out, you put a new one in, you got to kind of help it with the other pieces. Put that on there. If I find a spot that's floppy like that, I'll put another support underneath it here in a minute. Something to help weigh it down. And there you have it. We'll let that dry. I'm going to get over here and we're going to get that done right quick. And then I'm going to go ahead and get ready to do the city. And once I got all my styrofoam left over, then I'm gonna come back and modify this section right here. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back everybody. Alright, I got back piece glued in now. I'm over here now. This right here, this section right here says you need to cut them 4 inches tall for your supports. So I got all these cut out at 4 inches tall. I went ahead and glued them in place. I've already done a little pre-fitting for my styrofoam pieces for the tops. I'm going to put the camera up here just a second. Put it on a tripod, kind of give you a better shot. But anyway, you have to excuse the dog barking in the background. I might have to do a little more trimming down in here, I'm not sure yet. But I went ahead and trying to get this flat against the back to that point, right back there. And then we might need to round this off some. But it don't give you no dimensions, you know, just kind of give you an idea of what to look for. So I'm already noticing I'm going to have to put another one right here probably. So I'll get another one cut, we'll put it right here. So we want to make sure before we glue them down that it's going to sit up there good. So, set you back. Okay, here we are again, working on the platforms. Been busy the last couple of weeks. I ain't got to work none on the layout, none. But anyway, I got the glue gun warming up. Got this kind of figured out where I want it to go. I'm going to keep it level over here. I can shift it over this way some, and you stuff paper in there. So that's what I'm kind of trying to get an idea of where I want to go with this. I'm thinking right there. I think that's going to be way big enough, maybe too big. Not too sure, but I guess once we start putting the paper in there, kind of getting the feel for it, I might come in and trim a little bit, but we'll see. So let's get the glue warmed up and we're going to get the glue. Be right back. Okay, I've got it glued in real good. I went ahead and put a little glue back here in the back corners there. I glued down the seam running down through the middle right here, trying to get it level as I can. I've eyeballed it. Looks pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. Pretty impressed. I mean, it's sturdy. It ain't going nowhere. Now, the whole table's moving, not the platform. The whole table's moving, so it's glued in good. So now we're gonna come up here. We're gonna work on our top piece up here. So I'm gonna bring the tripod around over here, and we're gonna set up and let's get this top piece figured out. Be right back. Okay, here we are. We're up here at the top now. I went ahead and glued my two scrap pieces together here. Got a good nice seam down the middle. Kind of went ahead and just drawed me out of line. We'll cut that out in just a second. Remember, there is no instructions on how to do these platforms. So, guessing at it yourself, going from there. It ain't got to be perfect, because once you start putting your paper up in here, and then once we put that plaster cloth down in there, we'll have a good idea how we want it to lay out. But we need a good flat spot up here to work off of. I mean, we might come back and put more. Don't know. But anyway, it says to cut our pieces 2 3/4. So I went ahead and cut some scraps out 2 3/4. Just gonna lay them up here, kind of get an idea where I want them. I still need to cut this. I'll cut that here in just a minute. So I got a few pieces here. And I'm thinking that this is going to sit about like right there. Like so. The road is going to come in from over here, up the mountain and over into here. So this might need to shift back. So I need to go ahead and cut this right quick. So let me cut that. Pause the video. I'll be right back. Okay, so I took my pins and I put a little piece of road bed up right here. Got it coming up the mountain. Got it lining up with this right here. I'm gonna trim this out just right here a little bit. So that's more, a little bit more square to go with that right there. So when I put my glue in there, all that's nice and square. So we'll just kind of hold that up there. I think start there, come to there. A good straight line right there. Then when I put them together, that'll be nice and straight to line up with my road bed turning coming in. So we'll cut that out. Go ahead and glue this on. But I'm going to bring you back while I glue the whole thing. Just let me go ahead and get that cut out. Be right back. Okay, welcome back. I went ahead and draw the line. I think I showed you in one of the previous videos. I'll tell you what, while that's warming up, to bring you over here so you can see. Oops, excuse me. So I went ahead and draw me out a line. And I didn't like how that dip band come around, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut that also. So let's try this one-handed here. Now wherever the glue is, this thing really doesn't like the glue. Just nice, slow, steady. I mean, you don't want to bend it so much that it's about to break. And I like to twist and turn it every now and then. Kind of loosen up that styrofoam that melts to it. So there's that piece. Then we'll come in here. And there that is. Now we got that all done. Set you back up on a tripod. We're going to get in there and start gluing all this up. And there you have it, folks. The side of the mountain's finally been cut. Alright, let's set you up. Okay, here we are. I went ahead and trim a piece. I'm going to set it back up here once more. Then we're going to reach in here and we're going to set these where we need them to be for the most sturdiness. I think about right there. Where the rub comes up nice and smooth into that. So that side right there looks good. I'm going to grab this one, bring it right there. This one right here is in a good spot. This one could come out to the edge right here. This one will bring about right there. This one about right there. So I'll remove this. I got my glue gun good and hot. I found if you go this way, whichever way you're going with the glue gun, because you're going, the glue gun knocks them over. Then you beat the glue. Little spots here and there. It's pretty simple. And you can glue the bottom. Oops. And just stick it down on top. I have done that on a couple of the other ones. But I kind of find that doing it this way, you ain't got to be so quick. You have to be a little more patient. You got all your little glue strings everywhere. Mr. Cody, he's got his little end scale running over there.
Yeah. Mama just really likes end scale, and I want to make a layout for her one day.
One day we'll make another layout for the end scale. You know, just thought about getting some Z-scale.
Oh, Z-scale stuff? Oh, that's nice.
I thought about making a little layout to run around the town. and have it fixed where little people can ride it, kind of like they do with the
yeah, those like mini trains that
the mini trains that people build and ride.
yeah, stuff like that.
That's pretty neat.
You know what? There was this one guy one time that he built his own mini train based off like another engine. It's not American. It's more Australian. And he actually powered it with a remote instead of using like water and coal or fuel or something like that. Like diesel fuel or something like that.
Okay, well that's glued. Gotta let it dry a little bit.
But same with these scale stuff, that's pretty high.
Yeah, the Z-scale stuff is pretty expensive. So what I'm doing now is I'm eyeballing it back. Kind of getting the idea. And what I do, I like where it's at. I'm going to put me a mark right there. I'm going to use the edge of that. So I'm going to line them up. And then this one right here will line up with that edge. So when I get ready to, when I glue it, and then set that down, I'm going to hurry up and line all that up. So then everything will line up. So, here we go. This is where you got to be fast. You don't want your glue to dry up on you. Boy, we have used the glue on this model layout. And one of them strings. So, line that. There, that's lined up. Put some pressure, hold it down for a second. And there it is, folks. I'm not going to glue that yet because we still got to put our paper in and everything. The portal done on top of the mountain over here. So, kind of back up so you can see. Alright, so there it is. We got the city done for the train station, workshop, or whatever we decided to do back there. Now, I'm still thinking about coming in here and putting some pieces up in there. Maybe adding on a little bit more back here. I'm not going to put that in this video, but in the next video when we get ready to start gluing the paper, if I decide to do that, I'll show y'all that right quick. Still got to figure out what I'm going to do back there with the tunnel back there. It's nothing glued yet. It's just sitting there for the time being until I kind of get an idea. I got to get the plaster tunnel port I got, get it up there in the wall and everything. Kind of get an idea how I want to run that, because I might have to put some more styrofoam in there to set that down on and glue it to. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and you might hear my fan in the background. I'm sorry for that, but it's awful hot down here in the train room today. I know it's been 3 weeks. Come on in, Mr. Cody. Get your little head down here a little bit. He's so much shorter than me. But anyway, been busy on the farm. Yeah, been busy. Boy, been hot. But we're going to try to get a little work done this weekend on the train room. Little man right here, he's ready to start running some of his engines. He wants to talk about engines.
Yeah, I always want to re-letter my Shay. I mean, letter
Yeah,
it.
he wants to re-letter. You got me tongue-tied on that one.
Yes.
Re-letter the Shay to match the railroad, because we like to put a old Shay on here every now and then. We got steam engines, we got electric engines. But anyway, we're going to end the video here, and please like and subscribe. And I know some of you's been building along with me. You probably got ahead of me. You know, it's been 3 weeks, maybe 4, I don't even remember. I know I keep saying I want to do it every week, but man, this gets so crazy on the farm. You know, I got all these horses and stuff we got to take care of. And still remodeling the whole basement. It ain't just the train room. We're still doing the whole basement down here. Still doing the bathroom I want to do. I got a bedroom to do. I'm doing a little salon for my wife here so she can wash and cut her hair and all that good stuff. But anyway, please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video. It'll be up soon, I promise. Till then, bye-bye.